I am back today with a fun fold video. It's a quick and easy fun fold, works perfect with any stamps, paper, and ink, and it's one that's not in my fun fold book. So you might want to make a template as we go along. But otherwise, I'll show you lots of stamping tips to make it as a completed card using the Country Birdhouse Bundle. So let's turn the camera down and let's get stamping. So like I said, we are going to do an easy fun fold. Now this is one I don't think I've ever shared before, and it's not in my fun fold book. So you might want to make a template. If you like making the templates, we'll go through the measurements, and I'll have all the measurements over on the blog post as well. Now it's simple. We just got a lot of parts and pieces here. Well, not so much with the fun fold, but with the finished card. So we are going to start with a piece of 8.5 by 11. This is the basic beige. I have to tell you guys, this is my absolute, beyond a doubt, favorite new color. I have been using it on almost all my cards as like the card bases or layers, and oh my goodness, it is amazing. I don't know why it took so long to get a color like this. Okay, we're going to start, and we're going to cut this in half just like we would to make 2 cards. So we have a piece 8.5 by 5.5. Now this other one, we're going to cut this down to 8.5 by 3.5. So we need both of these pieces. So I wanted to cut it just to show you how we're using one sheet of cardstock, our 5.5 wide and our 3.5 wide. Now with this one, with our larger 8.5 by 5.5, we're going to score first at 3. And then we're going to slide it out here to 6, 3, 6, and then 7 1/4, like so. And then our 3.5 wide, we're going to score this one at 4 1/4. And that's all the cutting and scoring we need to do. So let's just get rid of this. Okay, let's fold these pieces. So remember, like Dave loves to say, bumpy in. So we're gonna go ahead and fold that one, get a nice crisp edge in it. This we're gonna call kind of our mini card. And then on this one, we are going to fold the small part, and I don't even know how to describe it. You just gotta kind of watch and you'll see how it goes together. So that's what we're ending up with, and we're going to just go ahead, get our nice crisp edges in here, and then we can put the bone folder aside as well. Let's see, we did that one, let's do that one. Okay, so this is our card base for our card, like so. And just so you see kind of where we're going, this one's going to go over it, like so. And so now it will be 4 1/4, regular size card that we can put in a regular size envelope, and it'll stand like so. Now, what I want you to think about when you're making a card like this is kind of our main card. This is our, we'll just call it a mini card. It's our focal point. So we're going to just build our card on top of here. Now, I did a little pre-work here to kind of keep things moving, and we're going to start out with a piece of basic white that I've embossed with the eyelet embossing folder, and we're going to stick that right on our card. Oops, let's see, is our glue working here? I don't think I've used this one in a while. There we go. Now, again, all of these measurements, scoring, cutting, and all that will be over on the blog post, so just grab the link in the video description. Okay, so like I said, we're just building the front of a card. Now for our project today, I am using the Country Birdhouse stamp set and dies. I have had so much fun with both these stamps and these dies. And once I finish the card, I have 2 other ones that I'll share with you as well, just to show you some other ideas with it. Now for this particular card, I decided it was really going to focus on a lot of die cutting. So let's see, I got to think. Country Woods, I think this designer series paper is called. Now, basic beige, my new favorite solid color. This designer series paper, my new favorite designer series paper. So we've got 2 pieces of this print, and again, like all of our papers, it's double-sided, so you get all these amazing wood prints. Now this one we're actually going to use on the other part, so let's set that aside. So for the birdhouse, I did a bunch of die cutting. You can see we've got the birdhouse. This is a little part that goes down there. That's our little roof up there. And then it has this great little scallop piece here we're going to use like so. Now the one die cutting I did not do ahead of time because I wanted you to see the full birdhouse is there is also this little circle right here. that will cut out, you know, and make it look like the hole in the birdhouse. That's where our little birds go in there. So let me go ahead and run that through the die cutting machine and I'll be right back. So you can see we have our little hole there. Now what I'm going to do is just take a scrap of black and put it underneath, because that gives, you know, kind of the appearance of the inside of our birdhouse. So we've got that there. Now we're just going to start building our birdhouse. So let's grab dimensionals, because you know me and dimensionals. And so we'll go ahead and do this little bottom, we'll call this the ledge. So this part, you know, on a regular birdhouse, there's a little spot down there where our bird can sit. So let's peel these off, and we'll just, all these pieces line up so nice. So there's that one. And then for the top here, I could use mini dimensionals, but I think for this one, we're just gonna glue it. So let's just put a little bit of glue. Don't need much. Remember, it gooshes if you put too much, right? So and again, lines up, fits perfectly on there. And then with this one, our little scallop edge, I think this just adds fun little detail. And we're gonna just bump it right up in the corner there. Oop, there we go. Slide it in there. Okay, so there is our birdhouse. Now, I also die cut some flowers. Okay, these flowers are all part of the same set of dies. And then, I don't always do this, or I don't do it very often, but I brought in another set just for the dies. I wanted these leaves, that are actually part of the big suite. This is from the Country Flowers stamp set and die bundle. So I used that to cut those out, because we needed those. Okay, so we got those pieces. Now, because we got to do a little bit of stamping, we're going to go ahead, take a scrap here of basic white, and we are going to stamp the bird on it. And then as long as we're stamping, I have another basic white layer here that's going to actually be, think of it as the inside of our mini card, okay? However, we're going to put it on the back, and you'll see why when we get to that point. So on this one, I want to stamp, let's just use the stamp Hello Friend, and then there's this other little floral image that I thought would be really nice to stamp on there. These are all part of that Country House, or Country Birdhouse stamp set. There, okay. Now, we're going to do some coloring with Stampin Blends. And if you've followed me before, you know that when I color with Stampin Blends, I keep it super simple. Actually, everything I do is simple. You can get as fancy as you want with Stampin Blends, or you can, ooh, this one's old. It's dying on me. As I say, you can get as fancy as you want, or keep it super simple like I do. So we got, what color we got here? Petal Pink. Now remember, I'll have all these colors over on the website as well, so you know exactly what I use. And we're going to do crumb cake. We're going to just fill in our bird here, like so. Make sure you snap them on when you put those caps on. And then we'll come in with some little dark of that crumb cake. And then come back with the light. I like to start with light and then go to dark. Some people prefer the other way. You really just need to figure out, what color scheme or which way works best for you. Now, I cheated a little bit, Power Up TV. Here's one that I already die cut. So there's our little bird all colored. And then I think we got to color these as well. So I have Pretty in Pink, I hope. Yep. I am so happy they brought this color back. For those of you that have been around using Stampin' Up! Products for a while, you know this was a color we had many years ago. And when this color retired, I was super sad. You know what? I did that backwards. Wait. We started with dark. Then we'll add some light. This isn't going to do a lot, but you know what? You get the idea. Because we're not coloring super fancy anyway. We'll just color that flower like so. But anyway, Pretty in Pink, when they brought this back, it was like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because it is one of those just super nice pinks that, we've had a lot of other pinks. We've had darker pinks, we've had lighter pinks, but none of them have just ever replaced Pretty in Pink when it left. So it's back. Okay, we'll just color that. Okay, there's our flowers. And then we'll just add a little old olive. Oops. I tend to use the bullet tip mostly when I color with blends, especially when you got lots of little ones. And this one, we're just going to use the light. We don't need to do much shading in there. You know what? That pink flower, let's just go ahead. This is Petunia Pop. We'll put a center in there. Okay, so here is our inside of our card, but we're actually going to glue it onto the back. So hang in there. It'll all make sense when we get there, I promise. Okay, so that's there. Now we're going to build the front of our card here. So let's get our birdhouse, and we'll use some dimensionals. This card does end up, it's probably going to end up a little bit thick, but I think it should mail, honestly, just fine. Or this might be one you just want to give to someone. So because it there's so many layers, and with, you'll see when we put it all together, all that scoring we did on the base, it does get just a little bit thick. Okay, so let's add our birdhouse on there. Now, this could be stamped as well, because there's the stamp and there's all kinds of different options. So I'll show you those other cards when we're done putting this one together. Okay, let's see here. Now we're just going to kind of play around. We'll use some adhesive on here. We just want to get some leaves and some color. Now I do want to make sure I keep it up over that bottom edge. And then one other little tip I'm going to show you, little trick, whether it's for this card or another one. This is the piercing pad. And if you're not using like something kind of squishy or some padding like the big pad here, especially with photopolymer stamps, this is a great surface to put your cardstock on and stamp to give it a little bit of cushion. But this pad is also really good if you use your take your pick tool and use the, I don't know what, scoring? I call it scoring end. I don't know. It's the larger side because this end has the small one and the larger one. But you take then your little punched out flowers, and we're going to just kind of roll this around in the middle. I'm pressing pretty hard. I'm trying to break up those fibers. But did you see how it kind of curls up as I do this? Now, granted, when we put it in the envelope, it's probably going to flatten down. But the cardstock will have that little bit of a natural curve. So once your people open it and set it on a mantle, because this is definitely mantle-worthy card, these flowers should have just a little bit of dimension to them. Let's see, there it is. Should have one more Pretty in Pink one. Okay, let's go back to building our little birdhouse, because it's going to be so cute. Okay. I think our bird should sit probably right about there. So let's put a dimensional on the back of him, like so. Now for these flowers, what I'm going to do is put just a little dab of glue on the Pretty in Pink, and we're going to stack them. So we will put the pink inside the purple, and then we can put a little glue on that. We're going to just stick them down here. Oh, that's not what I want. What do I want? Here. I'm going to use the same little tool to kind of press it down there where I want it. You know what, before we go any further, let's see. I don't know, this might be too much. Can we tuck him in there? Oh, we could do that. It's okay if I stick out a little bit to the left. I just need to make sure I don't go over that bottom edge. So let's slide it. Okay, I'm fine there. If I stick out there, we're good. There we go. And then we can add our other little flowers. They're little here. See, and this is also why I like the liquid adhesive, because I could slide it around a little bit. Let's stick a flower right there. And then one more. But you can see, like I said earlier, there's just a lot of parts and pieces. Most of this card is all die cut pieces. But these could be stamped as well, and you'll see on the other sample here in just a second. Okay, there's our flowers. Now, I think the flowers need a center, so why don't we use some rhinestones? And we're going to use the other end of the Take Your Pick tool here. This has that little putty, so we want to twist it to get some new there. And this works really good for picking up embellishments with that putty. And then you can just plop it down like so. Oh, no, it's stuck. Here I'm bragging about this handy dandy tool. There we go. And, okay, so there we go. Isn't that cute? So there is essentially the front of our mini card. Now what we're going to do is take our one that we scored here that's all ready, and we're going to take these other pieces of DSP. Remember I showed you these at the beginning, and we're going to put it on that panel. Now again, I don't know the measurements exactly on these, so it'll all be over on that blog post, so you can go grab that. And then we're going to stick this one down there like so. Okay. And remember, this folds up like so. So we'll get our creases, get that stuck down good. And then this card is going to go right over it like so. So this is where you can see the back is actually our inside. So what I'm going to do is put some adhesive down here. Okay, I'm just kind of eyeballing about the center there. And then we can take our card. And I like to just stand it up like so because this will help me line it all up to get that nice even edge. Okay, so that's stuck there. And then we're going to flip it over. And on the back, I'm going to just go along the bottom edge like so. And then close it down. And again, close it down and lay everything flat. And this is where you can see we've got quite a bit of bulk going down there. But here's the fun part. Our card will stand up like so. I don't know if you can see it, but if I turn it, you can see. But this is, I think some people will call this a stair-step card, but there's other ways that you can make these where you do a lot of like cutting and scoring and measuring. To me, this is just a simple card because you know me, everything is simple. And then, like I said, this is what we like to think of as our inside. It's on the back. So now I can write my little message there. And this is where it makes it mantle-worthy because we can stand it up. Or the recipient can stand it up and have this cute little birdhouse. Now, I did not put a greeting. You certainly could add a greeting on here if you wanted to as well. So there is that card. Now, as I promised, I have a couple other ones from the Country Birdhouse to show you. With this one, you can see I stamped the birdhouse and I colored it with my Stampin Blends. And then the other flowers and the birds. So just a little bit of stamping, die cutting, coloring with blends. And there is that card. And again, I left greetings off all of these. I don't know. I don't know why I left them off. Actually, before I post these on the website or on the blog, I will add greetings to these. So when you go look at them over there, they'll have greetings on them as well, because there's some cute greetings in this stamp set. And then here, I did this one very similar to what I showed you today. This is all popped up on mini dimensional, so you got a little more dimension going there. But the birdhouse part was cut out of colored cardstock and then embossed just to give it some texture. Added our pieces. And I think this is really fun when you look at the two, because here our birdhouse is hanging, that's a die cut, and here's a little stand that it's standing on. So that's a die cut as well. So it just gives you lots of different options. So check out that blog post, because over there I will also have 3 cards that one of my amazing stampers on my Klompen Stampers demonstrator team made. She was our featured artisan of the team last month, I believe. And so we've got cards that she made with this stamp set that are incredible as well. So make sure you go check those out. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned some tips today, that you like the stamp set, but that you learned this fun little fun fold card that you can make really with any stamps, ink, and paper. So thanks for watching. We'll be stamping again real soon. Have a stamp happy day.